I'ma treat you like in my last cigarette. 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 I'ma treat you like
hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you
In my last cigarette. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you
in my last cigarette. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette. 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 I'ma treat you
hope it don't end the
in my last
same
cigarette.
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette.
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette. 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 I'ma treat you
Hope it don't end the
in my last
same
cigarette.
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette.
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette. 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 I'ma treat you
Hope it don't end the
in my last
same
cigarette.
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette.
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way.
Hey, what is up? We are back. Black another year. Happy New Year to you sucker motherfuckers. 2021 is in effect. 2120, 2021. You already know I'm gonna hit y'all with it. Did he come back? Ah, damn, man. All that time y'all been hubba shundo that bullshit. And the nigga still ain't you can't see the nigga nowhere. Man, shout out to everybody that's out there at the Court Plantation. Happy, very prosperous New Year to you and to your fam bam and whatever the hell you got going on. Hey, man, 2020 was a fucked up time, and 2021 gonna be fucked up too, man. Stop all this, 2021 gonna be a little better. Nah, nigga, same shit. As long as you up under the rule of racism and white supremacy, it's gonna be fucked up. As long as these immoral, vicious, vile, devil, shaitan motherfuckers that are in control, shit is never gonna be better. Individually, it might be better, but not as a group. Hey, What is going on? What is going on? You already know what it is. It's no, I don't know, because I don't know what the fuck going on. I can only tell you my opinion. Shout out to everybody that's at the Core Plantation right now as we speak. Getting ready to slap the shit out of a egotistical and a maniacal European motherfucker that think that their job is just to tell you what to do all day, every day. Hey, shout out to everybody that know how to compartmentalize their frustrations and just leave it alone for the time being, and you can talk about your frustrations when you off the Core Plantation. Some people say you shouldn't talk about it. Talk about it is therapy. So shout out to everybody that gets around their group of people that they know, they trust, they got love for it, and they can voice their frustrations with the corporate plantation, anti-black racist rules that go on at those core plantations. Shout out to everybody that's knowing how to make a way out of no way, handling business, making $1 out of 10 cents, looking ass. Hey, man, there's so much going on. I'm not gonna be on long because I got a lot of shit to do, a lot of thinking. I like to take my time and think of certain things. And let me tell you something, man. It is not gonna get better until you're off from up under the bondage of racism and white supremacy. Straight up. Hey, let me tell you something. I don't care how much money you got. You're not free. There's liberty and then there's freedom. And you're neither. Go get your Black's Law Dictionary. It breaks down that freedom, yeah, it's free with restraints of the government. Nigga, and all this other bullshit. Liberty says the same clown ass shit. Don't listen to these people. Give me liberty or give me death. No, liberty does not mean free. So stop. Man. Shout out to everybody that understands what racism and white supremacy is, and if you're not establishing the system of justice, then you're not making it work. Shout out to everybody that has started their work at the Core Plantation. I'm gonna start mine, man. I'm gonna hate every fucking minute of it. So listen to me when you at the Core Plantation. That's the only time it's gonna make sense. Shout out to all you begging ass niggas too. And shout out to all you niggas that's got your little $600 stimulus check and swear you're balling. Nigga talking about, oh shit, don't worry about that drink, baby girl. I got that shit. Don't trip off that. I got your little sack of weed, little mango scotto and all that bullshit. And then when the money was gone, bitch, I spent all my motherfucking money on you. Shout out to y'all niggas too. Shout out to the finessing ass niggas that sit around like, shit, I got this $600. Shit, I'm trying to partner up with somebody that can give me another $600. I got to $1,200. I got my stimulus right there. We gonna get into it. Cut this shit down. Man. It is so much to discuss. But you know what? I'm gonna get into the I would say the bare minimums. We got the stimulus check. We got 2021, the new year. We still got the Soho Karens and the motherfuckers telling us what to do. In my personal opinion, shit ain't changed. Shit is still the same shit. You still got to go to the Core Plantation and smile with these motherfuckers. You still got to be under their dominion and their rule. They know what it is. That's why getting up and going to work every day at the Core Plantation is fun for them, because they get a chance to tell everybody what to do. Most people that get excited about going to go work for someone else, especially when it's not a fun situation, you have no life, you have no friends, you are a failure at life, and you're a failure at success, and you shouldn't even be here. That's how I look at it, especially if you black. If you black and you excited every day to go to work, then something's wrong with you. And I'm putting together an anti-Sambo kit as we speak. You know what I'm saying? And I think you need that kit. You know, you need to detox from this system, man, because some of us have been a part of this system for so long. I was watching Matrix Reloaded, and when he went to the source was just kind of like, well, yeah, the problem is choice, and we give y'all the choice, and we've destroyed it 5 times, and we're getting quite good at it. Because y'all know what y'all want to do. And especially when Neo went back and saw the Oracle, he was like, I would say you are a program from the machine world. Yeah, another form of control. So, like I tell you, man, don't take my word for it. Just read the books yourself and handle the business on your own. Don't take my word for it, because my word, in, I would say, the most humble opinion, isn't going to get you the things that you need. It's going to guide you maybe towards things that you may need in life, but it's not going to get you what you need. What you need is for you to study, figure out what you want to do in life, figure out where you want to go. You like, well, why you saying that, Warren? Man, let me tell you why I'm saying that. It's because what motherfucker want to get up and go work for these motherfuckers? Why? It doesn't matter who your supervisor is. Yeah, a little bit. But at the end of the day, everyone's under the control of the dominant white society. They know who the fuck they are, man. Like, stop playing the games. Stop acting like you don't know. Yeah, they can be cool. Yeah, you know, I get it. Ooh, hey, man. Man, me personally, you can check the pedigree. You can ask people, hey, man, I'm cool. I'll chop it up with you. But as far as, like, give my all for what? You better go listen to Dame Dash's video. Why would I fight hard for something that I don't own? No, I'm fighting hard to make sure I'm employed so I can start something for myself that I could own, that I could pass down. Because you can't pass down no job. Come on, man. That's the problem. I would say, we are more concerned about these football games and if they're going to let people back in the stadiums than we are concerned about, we don't even know what's in these viruses. We don't even know what's going on. Motherfuckers, man, all day. Shout out to Master P for trying to buy Reebok. Hopefully he can buy it. You know what I'm saying? Then it'll be worthwhile buying some name brand shoes and shit. Because it's time for us to see us in a position of power and control, not them. We've been growing up seeing them. Look, I've been growing up seeing them in control all our life. Only thing you see a nigga in control of is the motherfucking church. That's it. But don't get to start talking about how evil these dominant white society motherfuckers are. They'll shut your shit down. Straight up. That's why a lot of times motherfuckers, when you go to these corporate plantations and you go to these churches and shit, these motherfuckers ain't, man, look. Let me tell you something. This is just my advice. Get your bread at your corporate plantation and get the fuck out of there. You should always be trying to figure out what type of ideas you're trying to do for yourself, to feed yourself. Because think about it, the little salary that they paying you, if you can make that money doing something for yourself, you good. Yeah, you might have to work hard. You might be scared, and it is fucked up. It is scary. But think of working for yourself like being unplugged from the matrix. Motherfuckers that are free, they crazy. Like, they're viewed as crazy. And then the people that are a part of the system, they're viewed as, oh, you're doing a good job. When in actuality, you're the dummy. Look at all this shit that's going on, man. They telling motherfuckers, oh, shut it down. You got all this stuff. People get sick. People getting COVID. Oh, okay, whatever. The scamdemic, pandemic, whatever. But I don't see, that does not stop people from going to the casinos, going places, doing what they need to do. So that should tell you, they don't give a fuck about that. That's not stopping these builders from building these slapstick houses that they putting together. They don't give a fuck. So why should you? So you should be planning. You should be planning for the goddamn stock to tank. I'm waking up every morning hoping that this shit fall through the goddamn, just fall through the goddamn roof. Just fall. So it's time to ball. Because everybody has their chance. As the Matrix, they destroyed the system so many times. They good at it. So how many times they gonna destroy this system? Because let me tell you something. That dollar is gonna, look, every currency returns back to zero. Trust and believe you me. They already got some, they got a woo-wop set up for everybody. That's why they throwing everybody different type of distractions all day, every day. Throwing cars at you, clothes, shoes, shit that don't even matter. And then if you notice, anytime it's a black clothing store that gets too big, they try to buy them out like Cross Colors. Cross Colors was real big in the 90s. Carl Kanai, they try to buy a motherfucker out. Because they know those, once those clothing companies get power, us, when it gets our power base behind it, you can't lose. Because we're going to always buy something that's fresh and fly. Now it's just time for us to take back what the fuck is rightfully ours. You know what I'm saying? Our spirituality, all that. Stop just praying to Cesare Borgia and waiting. The motherfucker wondering why they can't get no power. I'm not, don't pray to them. That's not going to give you any power. While you praying to some shit that they gave you, they praying to Ogun. They praying to the real shit. As I'm learning, like, oh, they praying to the real shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they giving you the weak shit. And then they demonizing and vilifying the powerful shit. So they want you to be in fear of voodoo and voodoo and Santeria and all that. Don't, you know, you act like those girls. I don't do no voodoo and poking your lips out and bucking your eyes, all this other shit. But they give you a clown-ass Bible and then make sure the writing of Jesus in red. How y'all know this nigga said that shit? Niggas don't even know who wrote the Bible. That's why I say it's mind control. It's like, okay, well, whatever we can place in front of them. As the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that was a cold nigga. That nigga said, if you give them this dirty water, they'll drink that shit. They don't give a fuck. All you gotta do is be like, hey man, this shit is good for you. Just like they got everybody on TV taking the motherfucking clown ass motherfucking vaccine and shit. Motherfuckers is like, oh yeah, shit, she took it. So nigga, that could be a placebo. You don't know what the fuck they giving these people. But if that's what you want to do it, man. Look, we all have a choice. As the Merovingian cleared that up for Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus. No. That nigga was like, choice? No, you do not have a choice. Choice is an illusion between those with power and those without. Nigga, you don't got no choice. You got the choice we gave you. They give you the choice. That's why when you go to the grocery store, who put that shit in the grocery store? You don't know who put that shit in there. They gave you that shit. You don't even know what's real and what's not. You do what they tell you to do. And I don't want to hear nothing else about motherfuckers like, oh man, but you gotta understand, man. Understand what? These motherfuckers don't care. You know, you got all these shootings. Nigga go up in the church busting on niggas and, man, shit. Let me tell you something. They want niggas to forget about anti-black racism and they want you to embrace the bullshit. I like what the first Viv said about Lori Loughlin. She was like, man, it must be nice being white, blonde, blue-eyed, and you can pick your jail and then go to jail for 2 weeks and all this other shit. Of course, she don't give a fuck. Then her little daughter went on the Red Table Talk. They'll have her on the Red Table Talk, but not have the regular Viv on Red Table Talk. Y'all see, in my personal opinion, it's those type of situations that make some black folk a part of the problem. Now, I get it. You're getting bread, you're doing whatever. All right, fine. But a lot of times we do more harm than more good to our own. You know what I'm saying? And we don't vilify them because once we do, they'll take us off the air. And I get it. You get the buck dancing and cooning and whatever, man. But I think it's more of us that's fighting and arguing. And the reason why I say that shit is because I look at, you know, when you look at things in a totality thing, think about it. You're born into debt, you die in debt. So you think you don't die in debt. Yeah, you gone, but you're leaving your family a bunch of debt unless you got life insurance. More people will get insurance on their motherfucking phones and on their cars before they get insurance on their life to make sure that they good. So we're not doing a GoFundMe every time somebody passed away or doing a little car wash for little KK and little Kavion, all that shit. That's on us too, because they give us the rules. They give us the the cheat sheet. They give us the goddamn cliff notes. It's just niggas don't be wanting to read that shit. And a lot of the times they don't want to be reading it because there's so many distractions out there. That's why I think everybody should go watch The Matrix and go see exactly what the fuck they talking about. Cause nigga, the nigga was like, well, everybody has a choice. No. The Merovingian was like, no, you do not have a choice. Choice is an illusion created between those with power and those without. No, you don't got a choice. Because if that's the case, then why is it just Democrats and Republicans? Why is it no independents? Why don't black folks have their own representative of what they want? Why is it some white person is representing black folk on what we want? And then why is it we're so embracing of them when we can never represent them in what they think they need? They'll never let no nigga talk about what they need. Unless it's some Obama, Sambo, coon telling about the gun line, Hayward Shepherd motherfucker that just sitting in the cut waiting to be called on so they can buck dance to get their little butter biscuits, Hansel and Gretel crumbs. That's all that shit is. Motherfuckers don't care. That's why I tweeted out like, look, man, there's like what did they say? There's like when the brother Harold Keon Harold Jr. or Keon Harold, you know, he started playing his little saxophone, whatever the fuck he's playing. And everybody was just like a Negro spiritual. And I was like, stop with the Negro spirituals and cut the fucking check. That's the problem. We so used to want to be some type of symbolism. Like, we don't mind being, look, black folk don't mind being Lady Eloise. Lady Eloise, if you watch Boomerang, she had no power. She was just the face of the company, but she had no fucking power. Black folk are the corporate wallpaper. They have no power in corporate America, and every time they seize a little bit of power, and if they move too quickly or too swiftly, they out of there. Because that shit is for them. If you think it's for you, cool. Man, if you can make a difference, I fuck with you. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, the shit is not for us. The reason why I say the shit is not for us is because they've made it that way. They've made it that way. You're like, why did they make it that way? Well, it's their rule. Why wouldn't they? Just like I was reading about this police officer that was getting ready to arrest these women, but instead he paid their grocery bill or whatever the fuck their bill is. Matt Lima. But let me tell you something. That's all controlled by the media too. That was a specific thing. They probably planned that out. Like, hey, one of y'all, instead of us arresting people, what we gonna do is we just gonna pay their groceries so police can be seen in a good light. Please stop. Then instead of you paying their groceries off, why don't you tell us what is being said when we're not in the room about black folk, like Dr. Frances Wilson teaches. Stop doing all this symbolism bullshit that don't help us with anything. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. Let me tell you. Just like that, the shooting in Kenosha, they had that nigga handcuffed to the motherfucking bed. He can't even walk. Cause they don't give a fuck about y'all niggas. Give a fuck about me, you, man, stop. Stop acting like they do. And a lot of the reasons why too is because I think we are so in the blind about what's really going on with us. They had black folk out there, oh, we gonna vote. Let's vote, let's vote. Yeah. We got, life's gonna change. We got Joe Biden in there. Joe Biden basically told y'all niggas, well, I'm not finna be helping y'all with shit. Y'all better get with these Mexicans. Man, you better give the Hispanic community. Because they're the future. What you mean they're the future? We built the country. How they gonna be the... And my thing is this. If they're the future, then why don't they create a future where they came from? Why come here? That's always been my problem. Other races, other racial groups come here, they build a life for themselves, and then they start looking down and standing from a standpoint of condescension towards black folk. Like I said, I remember... about 10, 11 years ago, this Latino chick, and she had 2 black children by 2 different dudes. And she was like kind of telling me how her dad didn't really like their dads, and he didn't want her with no black dudes. And I said it then. I remember then. I never understood why black dudes get the short end of the stick when we built the country. Like, we were the slaves who built the country. She didn't even know what to say. I was like, but we're looked down as if we're the lowest on the totem pole, but we were the ones that were enslaved that built this country. And I knew that. And she didn't even know what to say. She was just like, yeah, that's just how my dad. And I was like, that's the problem. Every other racial group is taught that we're at the bottom. No, nigga, we at the top. We built this civilization. The black man is God. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. The black man is God. The things that melanin has powered us to do, no other race can do. That's why they hate. That's why they take steroids and all these other things to enhance, to keep up with us. Because if that's the case, then it wouldn't be us that would be the core center of their entertainment. It'd be other racial groups and not us. That's why anytime we enter any type of sport, we dominate it. They know that. It's not a coincidence we dominate everything. And then what happens is, let me tell you what happens. They stand on our shoulders, co-opt our shit, and then remix it, repackage it, and give it back to us. I look at all these radio stations. It ain't nothing but Latinos on the radio stations playing our music. And I be tripping like, don't nobody got a problem with that shit? That's why I don't even listen to the radio. See, and then when you start speaking up on behalf of your people be trying to call you out to be racist or something. Nigga, I'm not racist. I'm black. Black folks cannot be racist. Why? Because we don't own no ships, no cakes, no pies, no nothing. We don't know planes. We don't know agriculture. We don't own any infrastructure. I can't oppress you by getting you out of a job because you're not black. Stop. My black brother and sister don't run human resources at these major Fortune 500 companies. It's white folk. So therefore I cannot be racist. You better go read Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. That's the problem. We don't even want to read it. So then when somebody hit us with some shit that we know is not factual, but we don't know what to say, we get upset. But see me, I read a little bit. I done knocked a few things down. I read a little bit, so I'm a little knowledgeable. I'm knowledgeable enough to know that you can't say that black folk are racist. I'm knowledgeable to the fact that I know that from the knowledge that I've ascertained, I would say this. Black man is the reason for civilization. We invented math, science, astronomy, astrology. That came from us. And everybody else studied our shit. And we made it so esoteric that we didn't allow everybody to have our knowledge. That's how it needs to be with R&B and hip hop and everything else. We too busy allowing everybody else to come in and kind of tear down our infrastructure and then rebuild it to their liking. Where we got dominant white society people still running the music industry. And it's like, how are they still doing this after 30 years? As corrupt and vicious and vile they've been the last 20, 30 years of hip hop. And we still allow them to run it. No, fuck that. That's why I'm glad these young dudes is like, fuck that. I put my shit on SoundCloud. I put my shit here. And my shit gonna sell because of me. I'm glad. Fuck these record labels. They ain't nothing but slave drivers. They're not doing anything to prepare black folk from being ejected out of poverty into being injected into a little bit of wealth. Then they got black folks prostituting their imagery on TV just so they can make a quick buck. Not mattering and not knowing who the fuck they doing it for. See, a lot of it is too because everybody just assumes that slavery was 400 years ago. No, slavery wasn't. Slavery about 60 years ago. And don't get it twisted. And that's why a lot of people, in my honest opinion, only thing they can say is, oh, that was so long ago. What you mean that was so long ago? I said this every time. Look, man, y'all need to wake up. That cop that went and paid those people's bills that were shoplifting, that was by design. That was created by design. This whole back and forth between the Democratic Party and Republican Party about stealing votes and all that, at the end, it's going to be black folks that's going to be holding the hot potato. Trust and believe you me. We're not going to benefit from it. You know, they're not talking about reparations. If you don't talk about it, they ain't going to talk about it. Even when you do talk about it, they're going to act like the shit don't even exist. You're going to be like, so what about reparations? They're going to be like, oh, so I believe about education. Let's talk about free health care. How come we've been talking about health care for the last 30 years? They can't get this shit right. Stop. Like I told y'all before, if they wanted to end racism and white supremacy, they can wake up tomorrow and be like, all right, this shit is dead. We're not doing this shit no more. But why would they? Because it doesn't benefit them. It only benefits us. So stop wanting everybody to speak up for racism, white supremacy, and in favor for black folk. Why would they speak up for black folk? It doesn't benefit them. No, what you want other racial groups to do is tell us what is being said when we're not in the room, as Dr. Francis Cresswell talks about. Tell us what's being said when we're not around. I'll say it over and over again. We don't need nobody telling us about race. We know what the fuck it is. Stop getting enamored by other racial groups talking about racism. Yeah, they for us. No, look at them upside their head. That's what I do. Matter of fact, a lot of times when I was at the Core Plantation, nobody brings that shit to me anyway. Because a lot of times they see me reading, and I'm just kind of on my square. I don't really get involved in the shit. I try to just stay to myself for the most part. I don't care about politics. Y'all want to play politics? Black folk, politics is not for y'all. Stop. You're not ready to play their game. Let them play that game. Let that game age them. Be with your family. Think of ways where you can feed yourself and your family while taking the money from the infrastructure of racism, white supremacy, and trying to fundle it into a project that you got going on. Fuck all what they got going on, man. I remember me and Nuke used to talk about that. Shout out to Nuke. We used to talk about that shit a lot. We used to talk about that shit a lot. Like, man, I used to always tell her, like, man, I wish I was raised to, like, just work for myself. Because you got to give the Nation of Islam props, man. Like, they're taught that. Do for self. Fuck these motherfuckers, man, because all they going to do is play a game with you. And then when they done, they going to package you up and ship you out, and you going to be all stressed out and all that. I've never seen so many black folk at a Core Plantation job when they're in a position of fake power. They so stressed out and they don't know what to do. And I'll be laughing at their ass. And I'm like, bro, that's why you can have that shit. Because I'm good, man. But hey, man, I'm telling you, I just thought I'd hit y'all up. Shit, I didn't do shit. Stay home. Read. I'm reading The Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. Very, very good book. Talks about how the Funge people, F-U-N-J, the Funge people were the first Semitic people. But what Nick Cannon said was anti-Semitic. I'm going to tell y'all one more time. You notice when they talk about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, they never call him a liar. They never say he's lying. They only say he's anti-Semitic. Just think about that. They never call him a liar. I've never once say he's lying. They always say he's spitting hate. So what they did was they juxtapose lying with hate. Because if they say he's lying, now we can be like, all right, well, he said this, this, and this. Now fact check this. Is this a lie, what he said? How is this true? What's going on? And why is it in the history books we don't know about these Ashkenazi Khazarian Jews? As if it doesn't exist. I've heard Dr. Claude Anderson talk about the Khazarian Jews. I heard Brother Reeves. Why? That's documented history. Why isn't when you talk about the secret relationship between blacks and Jews, Oh, you're anti-Semitic. Well, your white Jewish scholars wrote that. So I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. Mind control, media mind control. They just prop up anything, have motherfuckers like, oh, maybe Farrakhan is crazy. No, Farrakhan ain't crazy. They crazy. Remember this, man. 2021 is going to be the same as 2020 as far as black folks is concerned until we start studying and reading and kind of knowing who we are and where we come from so we can know where we're going. That's all I can say. I'm not saying that all you got to do is study and read and everything going to change, but I feel like if you know that the black man is God and we start civilization, I think that will kind of get you a path correctly. And then when you get to the core plantation, you won't be worried about why they ain't gave you a pat on the head, why they didn't speak to you. I don't give a, you ain't gotta never speak to me again. I'm just here to get my check and go anyway. I'm Marshawn Lynch at the core plantation. I'm here so I don't get fined. So let me tell you this. If you're here so you can't get fined, that means get your money and run. As this one dude told me, take the money and run, Warren. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And that's what you should do. And come up with your own ideas to feed your family without the corporate plantation. If you need it, you need it, whatever. But eventually, your goal is to get the fuck away from them so you can have peace. I'd rather work harder and have peace in my life than work less. And my mind is going crazy because I'm want to slap the shit out of some motherfucker at a job. Fuck all that, man. And don't even let these motherfuckers take you there because all they're going to do is laugh at you. And young people start listening to what the fuck an older nigga is telling you. Because if you don't know how to work for yourself and you need a core plantation job, don't get on the goddamn job fucking it up. Stay on the job and handle your business, man. Stay on your square. Like I said, happy 2021, everybody. Hey, whatever you do it to the fullest. You are who you are. Handle your business. Live life with a purpose and don't let life live you with a purpose. You live life with a purpose. And make sure your lane and your path is your path, not nobody else's. Hey, man, if you out there sandballing and telling about the gunline boss and Hayward Shepherd and they're guilty, nigga, I can't fuck with you, man. Hey, man, I told you it's going to be a short one. I'm out. Peace.